Hey folks, this is Keith at Down Redwood Groves, and today we got a sawmill day. So I got this project. Customer's looking for an 18-inch cube, and so with a saw it's pretty easy to can out 18 by 18, the X and Y, but how do you get the Z with your sawmill? So I think I've got an idea to try to do this without just doing it with a chainsaw and get a little better finish for the customer. I guess what he's trying to make is an 18-inch dice is what he's going to do, and so that's what we got on a sawmill today. We got a piece of pine. I've cut this thing down to try to make dice out of it. So let's take a look at how big this pine is. It took me a long time to find a pine this big to be able to do this, but let's take a look at it and I'll show you what my plans are. Alright folks, this pine is 27 inches, about 27 inches, and honestly I cut this, I don't know, 26, so the smaller end is 26 by 27, so it's pretty round. This was a 12-foot log that came in here. I've got this about 5 foot long, so that I can get 3 dice out of this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting this down. I got an order for some 2x12s, 4-footers, so I'm going to get a couple 2x12s out of each end here. We'll square this can up, get this can down to 18 inches, and then we'll work on trying to get these things cubed out. So let's fire up the saw, warm her up, and start cutting some pine. Just to verify that I could get a 2x12 out of this cut. Okay, so just taking one 1.5 inch cut off of this has got this already to my 18-inch cant, or 18-inch dice that I'm looking for. So I am going to stop right there. I can go a little further probably, but I am going to turn this thing over 180 and get the other side, so I got 18 inches on here, and then we can start working and see how we can get this thing going. So let me give it a rotate on it. Alrighty, let's see what that gets me. I'm like at 19 1/4, so that gives me a little bit of room to wiggle. See if for some reason I can't get 18 on one side, I gotta sneak it down. So it's gonna take me a little extra time, but I want to make sure I get this done right. So my first cut would not get me a 12-inch board, so I had to take that little slice off there, but this gives me a 12, so I can make a 2x12 out of this. I'm making store 2x12, so it's 1.5 inches, not true 2, not 12. This is for an axe throwing customer, so but we'll get it off. And one of the things that I realized I had a problem with, I've only got one stop on here, this stop here, so I can't use my strap on the tractor to rotate it. So I actually had to take the log off. I moved it over and I just rolled it on those two 2x4s over there so that I got the flat down and then brought it back over. Now I'm going to try to flip this 90 degrees, and I think what I'm going to actually do, what I don't really want to do, but no, I think I'm going to have to leave it right there. I'm going to try getting it up and rotate it, and we'll see how well it's going to be to rotate it with just one stop. Might not be too much fun, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, I've never tried this like this, but I'm going to lift this up a little higher, use my forks, lower it down, and see if I can't use the forks to kind of roll it up so that I can get this perpendicular to the saw. So let's see if it works. Hopefully it doesn't fall over the other side. I'm not gonna lie, that worked a lot better than I thought it was gonna. Let me get it all set up and fire up the sawmill again. I'm not gonna lie, that worked a lot better than I thought it was gonna. Let me get it all set up and fire up the sawmill again. Alrighty, well, I used my cant hook to wiggle this thing in place, and I am using a square. Hopefully you can see how perfect that pretty much is, especially for rough cut lumber. That is like touching at the bottom and touching at the top. So that is where we're going to put it, and we're going to start sawing this top off and get ourselves down to, again, close to that 18-inch. See if I can't get another 2x12 off the top of this, and keep on rolling. Alrighty folks, I'd like to say 3 sides done, but it really isn't. We can see I'm at 19 and just over 1/4 of an inch, and I still gotta get this other side. I gotta flip it over, and then once I get myself at least down to that 18 or close to 19, I do have a little bit of wane over here, but again, I'm 19 inches. I can take off of this to get myself down to that 18 to 18. But I do have a beautiful good side here, and we look nice and square on here too. So I'm pretty happy so far. Let's flip it over. I'm gonna have to take this and put it on the 2x4s and flip it. So I'm gonna take this thing back off and use the tractor to flip it and get it back. Bring you back soon. Alrighty folks, I'm not sure what happened to my camera there. We missed the top off, but I got everything. It's canted down 18 1/8. Looking pretty happy. I have just a touch of wane right there. Nothing. It's almost just a blemish, but I only need 2, and I've got enough here to do 3, so hopefully that's going to be my setup 1, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But let's get this thing off, and now we got to try to cut these things down to 18 inches also. Square them up in the Z-axis. Alright folks, it's been a couple days since we sawed this can up on the sawmill. Put it over here, got it a little bit drier. I've took my square and I've split this box into 3 sections. And so we're going to try to use the chainsaw, and we're going to try cutting a straight line with a chainsaw. Got the chainsaw warming up, as you can hear in the background, and I gave it a real nice quick sharp, so hopefully she's nice and sharp, and we can get a nice straight cut. Let's see! The first one was almost absolutely perfect. My second cut, you can see I started going at an angle. I don't know if that was because it tipped or not, but it's not perfect. But the next job is to put it on the bandsaw and actually cut these things with a bandsaw. And we're going to cut these things to get them to the proper length. I gave myself some clearance on there. So I guess that's what the whole game plan was, to do it anyways, to get it down small enough so it was manageable to move and get it on the bandsaw. So let's get it on the saw and cut these. Alrighty, so we got a cube on the saw. I'm using a plank. I got 2 planks here to give me my 90 degrees to hold on to it. I'm using construction shim stock here to get myself square this way and square up against that wall. I'm using 2 clamps to hold it tight. I can't screw it like I would normally screw like a cookie if I was making cookies. So coming through here, and we're just going to make one cut and clean this end all up, and then we can flip it over and cut it to the dimension. Let's see how this works. Alrighty, let's flip this thing around. Alrighty folks, there you have it. 3 18-inch cubed dice, wooden dice made out of pine. Take a look. You can see pretty square right here. Again, very square. And over here. Pretty decent job. I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully the customer likes it. If you like, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit the subscribe. Really would appreciate it. And share this with a friend. See you in the next one.